Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine, doing well, and I wish you the best time of the day whenever you are watching this video. Now, we are going to start with the new chapter, which is really a very important and very interesting, that is circle, which is chapter 10. Circle, a very nice figure. Parameters, it has just got one circumference. Then this is called as the interior part of the circle, and outside the circle is called as the exterior part. Center definitely lies in the interior part of a circle. From the center to any point on the circumference, when a segment is joined, this segment is called as a radius. This is called as a radius. And definitely if there are 2 points on a circle and you join any 2 points on the circle, then this is called as a chord. One more interesting thing about the chord: if there is a line which is intersecting the circle, then this line which is intersecting the circle, line AB, this is called as secant. The line which is intersecting the circle is called as secant, and this points which are the part of the secant lying on the circle. When you talk about line AB, it will be a secant and PQ will be a chord. Okay. Now like this we have got infinite radius, infinite chords that we can draw for any circle. And then, but there is one special chord. The chord definitely which is connecting 2 points on the circle and going through the center of the circle. This chord which is going through the center of the circle is called as diameter, and it is supposed to be the largest chord in the circle. Of course, we can have infinite diameters, infinite radius, infinite chords. Okay, diameter is also a chord, but it is a special chord. It is a chord which is going through the center of the circle. This we have understood various parameters of the circle. Now we have to understand one more thing, that is called as a tangent. See, as we know that we can have many secants which will be cutting circle at various 2 points. Any secant can cut maximum 2 points, at 2 points only on the circle. But there can be a secant which, truly speaking, my dear students, which only touches and goes, which only touches the circle and goes, and it touches the circle actually at only one and only one point. That time we say that this secant is intersecting only one point on the circle. This secant AB is actually intersecting only one point on the circle, and this secant which intersects circle at one and only one point is called as tangent. In Indian language it is called as sparshika. Very nice name, I like this name, स्पर्शिका. जो सर्कल को, मतलब वर्तुल को स्पर्श करके जाती है उसे स्पर्शिका कहते हैं. Okay, so tangent, but it is called as tangent over here. Like this, how many tangents can you draw for a circle? Again, we can have infinite number of tangents that we can draw for a circle. But if you consider for any point which is outside the circle, if from this one point I am supposed to draw a tangent, then I can draw one, I can draw like this. If I go, I will be drawing secants, one more. Only two tangents can be drawn from a point outside the circle. And remember one more thing, my dear students. When a tangent is drawn from a point, one point outside the circle, then those tangents are congruent. PA will be congruent to PB because the reason is tangents drawn from same point outside the circle are congruent. This is a theorem. When we have a tangent drawn from the same point, from one point outside the circle, then those tangents are going to be congruent. Of course, remember tangent is always PA. This PQ is not a tangent. Tangent is PA only up to here, from the point outside the circle to the point of contact. This is called as point of contact. We can say PQ is a tangent, but PQ is a tangent at A. Like this we'll have to say. PQ is a tangent at A. And the radius which is drawn at A, OA, is the radius which is drawn at A, or basically A is the point of contact of tangent and OA is the radius drawn at point of contact. Now what happens? One more thing, but before finishing, see, when we talk about a tangent drawn from exterior point, there can be two tangents drawn from exterior point. But what about the tangents that can be drawn from the interior point? We can't draw a tangent from interior point of the circle. No, it's not possible. If you go, it will be, you'll be intersecting the circle at two different points. You can't draw a tangent from the interior of the circle. Okay. Now coming back to the tangent, sorry. Remember, if you have a tangent and a radius is drawn at the point of contact, then that radius will always be perpendicular to the tangent. This is radius tangent property. Which says that for any circle, if it is told that this is a tangent at point T, PT is a tangent, then if I draw a OT segment, a radius at point T, then OT will be perpendicular to tan TP. And reverse, if I say, if there is a radius, okay, if there is a radius and OQ is the radius and angle OQR is 90 degree, OQ is a radius and OQR is equal to 90 degree, then I will say RQ is a tangent. That means RQ has to be a tangent. It is a corollary of that, converse. Okay. So just to consider today's exercise 10.1. Today's means exercise 10.1. I feel this much is more than sufficient. Anything else we require? Tangent from same exterior point are congruent, I have told, and radius perpendicular to tangent property I have told. Okay, let's proceed as we go forward. Then if anything is there, then I'll try to explain you at that time. Okay, so 10.1 is very easy exercise, very short exercise, not very much. In how many tangents can a circle have? Infinite. Okay, when we come to fill in the blanks, I hope you all are having a textbook with you because this is really very, I don't know whether it's clearly seen over there. A tangent to a circle intersects it in one point. Okay, it will actually, this intersect is not a very proper word. It touches the circle, but actually if you take it, you can say it intersects also, but it intersects at only one and only one point. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a, if it is a line it is a line which is intersecting a circle in 2 points. This will be called as a secant. A circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. Now here what happens? They are asking you if there are, now I know that I can draw infinite tangents over there. But if supposing I have drawn this tangent and now I want to draw tangents, I can draw any number of tangents, but they should be all parallel to this tangent. They should be all parallel to PQ. Again, I can draw infinite lines parallel to PQ, but I want a line which has to be parallel to PQ and tangent to the circle. Two conditions, parallel to PQ and tangent. So definitely there can be this line I can draw. Next what? Illa po. Nothing. Jao. Afterwards you can't draw. The moment you draw another tangent, it will not be parallel because it will have to change some angle. It will definitely change some angle and it will be no longer parallel to PQ. And if you draw another parallel, it will not be no longer tangent because you will have to either come ahead or you have to go forward, towards, away or forward, towards. So we can draw a circle can have two parallel tangents at the most. Two parallel tangents at the most. The common point of tangent to a circle and the circle. Common point of tangent to the circle and a circle. Okay. The common point of tangent. Now this is a tangent to the circle and the circle, which is the point which is common to both tangent also and circle also. This is the only point which is common to both, which is on circle also, which is on tangent also. So this point is called as point of contact. This is called as point of contact. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have finished question number 2 and now we go to question number 3. Here in this question number 3, they are telling us a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeter. Tangent PQ at a point P of a circle. That means the tangent is something like this. This is point P, tangent PQ. So definitely Q has to be outside at a point P of radius 5 centimeter. So very definitely whenever you draw this will be your O and this is 5 centimeter. Meets a line through a point a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeter meets a line through the center O at point Q. Meets a line through the center O at point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12 centimeter. Find length PQ. This is full of this type of question. One question will definitely come where actually this 90-degree right angle triangle will be formed and then you have to use it. Sometimes they will be giving you radius and they will be giving you this distance from the center, and sometimes they will ask you to find the measure of the length of the tangent. Or sometimes they will give you the length of the tangent and this distance, they will ask you to find the radius of the circle. Or they will give you both and they will ask you to find the distance of the point from the center of the circle. Two will be given, or the information of the two will be given, and third will be asked. This question is very important, of course, but it comes for 2 or even 1 mark. So here we get, this diagram is required. So here we will get OP is radius, of course, because, and PQ is tangent. Always whatever it is, the theorem that you are going to apply is radius tangent theorem, radius perpendicular to tangent property. But this is applicable only if there is a radius and that radius is drawn on the point of contact. So when I say OP is the radius and PQ, that means P is over here. OP is a part of radius and it is also part of tangent. So definitely this I can use therefore by radius tangent property, OP is perpendicular to PQ in triangle OPQ by Pythagoras theorem. What you will get is OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. This is 12 square is equal to 5 square plus PQ square. This is 144 minus 25 is equal to PQ square. This will give you 9, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 19 जब है 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right है. Therefore PQ square is equal to 119. Therefore PQ is equal to root of 119. Very different answer, but solution में दिया है कि देखो ना पहले, हाँ है ना, then finished. Option में है ना, therefore PQ is equal to root 119. This is done. Now fourth one, draw a circle of two lines. Draw a circle and two lines. Draw a circle and two lines parallel to given line such that one is tangent and the other is a secant to the circle. Okay, draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line. That means basically what are only two things that are given are circle is given and a line is given. So you will have to do what? See, this is a circle. A circle is given and a line is given like this. There are two things given, a circle and a line. And then they are asking you, when a circle is given and a line is given, draw two lines. Draw a circle and two lines parallel to the given line such that one is tangent and the other is secant. One is tangent. So we will have to draw two lines now. One will be tangent to this. For that, what we will have to do, you will have to, actually speaking, if you really go to do construction, you will have to draw like this something. And then other one will be secant. If they really want you to draw with construction and all, then it is really a thing that we have to follow. Then what will it look like? See, my dear students, if really they want you to draw it like a construction, then what you will have to do is, see, definitely you will have to first draw the circle. You want to really construct it. You can't draw a freehand diagram in that case. Then what happens? You will definitely take a line which is away from here. Now what, my dear students, you have to draw two parallel lines. Okay, you have to draw two parallel lines such that one should go touching over here and one can go anywhere over there up. So when we do this, we will definitely require two parallels. See, two perpendicular will require. Two perpendiculars will require first. So for that I will draw a perpendicular over here. I have explained you how to draw a perpendicular. For drawing a perpendicular, we will take two arcs over here. Okay. And then increase this, draw one arc up, one arc down. Then from here also do the same thing. Draw arc over here, draw arc over here. Fine. So in this way we will be able to, this is our first perpendicular. Similarly, I will have to draw a perpendicular over here. Here also I will do the same thing. I will first make two arcs over here, and then I will increase this, make one arc on the head of this and one arc at the leg of this, and then without changing this should not be changed, then here and here. So I have got two perpendiculars now. I will draw it considerably long. This is one perpendicular, and here also I will draw one perpendicular. Fine. So these are two perpendiculars. Now if I draw perpendicular line to this, how many ever perpendicular lines I will draw to these lines? Any one line. I did not need, ये नहीं रहता तो भी चलता था. If I would have drawn only one and draw perpendicular on this, they all will be parallel to this. This was not needed, sorry. You do not need to draw this. This one perpendicular. And now how many ever perpendicular I draw on this, they all will be parallel to this line. But now I want a perpendicular such that one perpendicular should go exactly touching over here. So I want to draw a perpendicular to this line from this point. perpendicular to this line from this point. So by the rules of perpendicular that you know, first I will, this point it has to go through this point. You should take the smallest lowest point as possible. You will have to make two arcs over here on the segment. Now from here I will make, I can now reduce this, it just has to be more than the half. I will now do what? This should not, I will not like to see that it is intersecting my circle, but will this now meet? I should remember this is my arc and this is my arc. It will now come over here. And can this intersect from here? Yes, it will intersect. So I will just, in the line of this, I have taken from here and then from here also. Now I will have to draw it down also. It's good that I did not. Change it. Now if I draw this, yes, see, so this is one line which is parallel to this line, and it is also at the same time it is a tangent, and one I can take anywhere from here. It just has to be parallel, so I can just take it from anywhere. I can just extend it if I want, okay, and I can take this from anywhere over here. I can take this point which is ugly here and here, then I take it from here, increase this, intersect over here, this was another, intersect over here, and this will be another parallel definitely, and it will be a secant. Okay, so if I have to label this, how do I write? So PQ, this is center O, this is A, B, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is C, D, E. So these are all the things that we have drawn. Arrowheads are very much important. They give some dimensions to the figure. Okay, so this is done. So PQ is the given line, AB is the tangent parallel to PQ, and CE is the secant parallel to PQ. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have finished exercise 10.1, and I'll even start with exercise 10.2, not finish exercise 10.2, or maybe I'll finish, it depends on the stamina and everything. So it's question number 1, if it goes for question number 1. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle 24 centimeter and a distance Q from the center is 10.11 is here. So we will have to draw the diagram of this. Okay, from a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle. Okay, so this is the circle. Sorry, my dear students. Now this, they are telling this from the point Q. This is a point Q. The length of the tangent to the circle. If I draw a tangent to the circle, this is Q. This is I. They have not given any name. P. This is 24 centimeter, and the distance of Q from the center, this is like this. See, I told you this will be, this is given as 25 centimeter. The radius of the circle is, you have to find this. I told you this one question is very important. All the three sides are there. You will have to find one. Okay, here again you will tell OP, OP, OP. OP is radius, PQ is tangent. Actually it is not supposed to be solved, so you just have to write the options over here. For that you just have to, you don't even require this. By Pythagoras theorem you can directly write OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. Just because you are a good student, that's why I write this, otherwise not required. OQ square is 25 square is equal to OP square is R square plus PQ square is 24 square. 25 square minus 24 square is equal to R square. Now I know 25 is equal to 625, 24 will be how much? 5 something it will be, but then what I'll do is that I'll apply the formula a square minus b square. This will give me faster result. 5 plus 4 9, 49 into 25 minus 24 will be 1. So I'll get R square is equal to 49, R is equal to 7. Here the option is there. So finished. Now we go to question number 2. If for question number 2 the diagram is given according to this, this I have extended so it looks oval. 10.11 TP and TQ are two tangents. So this TP and TQ are two tangents. Now immediately you should feel TP and TQ are two tangents, therefore TP will be equal to TQ because it is the tangent drawn from same exterior point. But then are two tangents to a circle with center O, so that angle POQ is equal to 110 degree, angle PTQ. Okay, here what happens, my dear students, this we have to find angle PTQ. So here it is something of this sort, and then we have a tangent over here, we have a tangent from here, and then we have a radius, and then we have a radius over here. This is O, this is P, this is Q, and this is T. They are asking us to find this. See, this is given 110 degree. Now you know this will be 90 degree, this will be 90 degree, this becomes a quadrilateral. So by some angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree, you will be able to find T. Simple. So here you will tell OP is perpendicular to PT, OQ is perpendicular to QT, right? OP will be perpendicular to PT, OQ will be perpendicular. For both the reason is radius, tangent property. In quadrilateral POQT, angle P is equal to 90 degree, angle Q is equal to 90 degree, angle O is equal to 110 degree. This is given. Now angle P plus angle Q plus angle O plus angle T is equal to 360 degree. This some angle property of quadrilateral. So this will be 90 plus 110 plus sorry, this will be 180 280 plus 10 290 70 degree. Is 70 an option over there? Yes. So this will be what is happening, 70 degree. Just a minute, my dear students. I need some water. Question number 3. You can read question number 3 in the meantime. Just having some water. If tangents PA and PB of from a point P. Okay. Now here what happens, the diagram is something like this. PA and PB from a point P. So this is P outside the circle. PA, PB. PA, PB of a circle are inclined to an angle 80 degree. So this is angle 80 degree. Find angle POA. This is O. A. This is what we have to find. Fine. This will be 90 degree. This will be 90 degree. POA. Okay. See here what we will have to do. Try to understand. If I have to find POA, in this triangle if I find 90 degree I know. If I find this angle I know, this 90 degree I know, then I will be able to find this. Okay. So to get this angle, see here, triangle OAP and triangle OBP. PA is congruent to PB. Reason is tangents drawn from same exterior point are congruent. Okay, so PA is equal to PB you have got, and also we see now OA will be equal to OB because they are radii of the same circle. Okay, and then we know OP is congruent to OP, common side. Therefore, we get triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP SSS criteria. Therefore, angle APO will be congruent to angle BPO, corresponding angles of congruent triangles, or corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Therefore, angle APO is equal to half of angle APB, that will be equal to half of 80 degree. Therefore, angle APO is equal to 40 degree. This we have got. Now in triangle OAP you can apply some angle property. In triangle OAP, by some angle property you get angle OAP plus angle APO plus angle POA is equal to 180 degree. OAP is 90 degree, APO is 40 degree, and you have to find angle POA. So you get angle POA minus 90 plus 40 will be 130 degree. This I will get 50 degrees. Do I have 50 degree in this? Yes, I have 50 degree in this. So in this way we have finished third question, and now we can proceed to the fourth question. Okay. In the fourth question they are asking us, prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of the diameter of a circle are parallel. Okay. These are very too simple questions. Too much simple. Prove that the triangle tangents drawn at the ends of the diameter. So here what happens? We have a circle. We have a diameter. Fine. Tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter. So this is diameter. The tangents are drawn at the ends of the diameter like this. Like this. So in given what you will have, PQ is tangent at A. Then here we will have what? RS is tangent at B. AB is diameter. Fine. this is your O. So we have to prove PQ is parallel to RS. This is the same old story that we had in 9th standard. When we have to prove two lines are parallel, you should prove that the alternate interior angles are congruent, or corresponding angles are congruent, or interior angles formed by the transversal are supplementary. Either of these any one of these three you have to prove. So here we know that, see here, what we will get? We will get this is a 90 degree. OA is radius, PQ is tangent at A. This is given. Therefore, OA is perpendicular to PQ, radius, tangent, property. Fine. This is what I have got. Now what I will write afterwards is that, therefore, angle PAO is equal to 90 degree. Then similarly I will tell OB is radius, RS is tangent at B. Therefore, OB is perpendicular to RS. This is again radius, tangent, property. Then you will get angle OBS is equal to 90 degree. I have purposely taken this because then they will be forming alternate interior angles. But for PQ and RS, AB as transversal, angle PAO and angle OBS are alternate interior angles. Therefore, PQ is going to be parallel to RS. Converse of alternate interior test. Alternate angles test. Okay. So this has finished question number 4. Question number 5. Prove that the perpendicular at a point of contact tangent to a circle passes through the center. This is again one more very theoretical question. Perpendicular at a point of contact to the tangent means actually we have to show that a tangent is there. This is supposing P O. Perpendicular. Now here we have to consider, now you can't write given over here, because given, if supposing we draw a perpendicular, like they mean to say that we will draw a perpendicular from here, and when we draw a perpendicular from here, then that perpendicular will actually go through the center of the circle. This is what they want to tell. So what we will tell, so let us draw OD perpendicular to PQ such that OD doesn't go through center O. Therefore, angle DPQ is equal to 90 degree. We just consider like this. but OP is radius, PQ is tangent, therefore OP is perpendicular to PQ because radius, tangent property, therefore angle OPQ is equal to 90 degree. Again, but at any given point, one and only one perpendicular can be drawn. Therefore, PO and PD are no different lines. They are coinciding lines. Therefore, PD passes through center O. A very theoretical question, my dear students. So this is the done. Now I think some interesting questions will start. The length of the tangent from a point A at a distance 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. Find the radius. This is again the same thing which we have done now, but we will have to write in detail because the first one was MCQ. This is not an MCQ. This we have done. This we have done. The length of the tangent from point A. This is point A. A tangent is drawn from point A at a distance 5 cm from the center. This is what they always make a confusing. This they have given is 4 cm. This is 4 cm. Find the radius of the circle. Okay. So here again you will tell the same thing. OB is radius, AB is tangent. This is again given. Therefore, OB is perpendicular to BA. Radius, tangent property. So you will get this is 90 degree in triangle OBA by Pythagoras theorem. OA square is equal to OB square plus 16. This will be 9, I suppose. This is what we have got. Okay. So now we will have to go forward with the next question, which says question number 7, 2 concentric circles. I'll have to go to the next page because 2 concentric circles, that means I'll have to draw the diagram for this. 2 concentric circles, circles having the same center. Okay, 2 concentric circles are of radii 5 cm and 3 cm. So this smaller one will be having 3 cm, larger will be having 5 cm. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. So here we are going with this like this. We have to find the length of this chord PQ which touches the smaller circle at supposing T. This is O. So this will be definitely a tangent. When it comes to smaller circle, OT will be tangent, and then this is there. Okay, then that's done. See, OT will be the OT will be the radius of the smaller circle, which is 3 centimeter. OP will be the radius of the greater circle, that is 5 centimeter. Okay, so here we will get for smaller circle, OT is radius, PQ is tangent at T. This is given. Therefore, OT is perpendicular to PQ. Therefore, angle OTP is equal to 90 degree. Radius tangent property. Okay, so now in triangle OPT by Pythagoras theorem, OP square is equal to -9 will give you 16, 8. Now PT we have got 8, and now what happens is that for larger circle, now you know for larger circle this is the perpendicular drawn on the chord. For if I consider a larger circle, only the larger circle if you will consider, then this is the chord PQ and this is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle. It will be looking like this. See, this is only larger circle I am talking about now. I am now not talking about the larger circle. The picture is something like that. So since perpendicular, this we had in ninth, drawn from center to the chord bisects the chord, bisects the chord. Therefore, PQ will be actually double of PT. Therefore, PQ will be actually 2 into 8. Therefore, PQ will be actually 16 दिया है क्या centimeter. Okay. So in this way we get एक मिनट. Sorry my dear students, this is PT square is equal to 16, so this square root will be 4, then this will be 4, 8 centimeter. Okay, mistake my dear students, really. I hope you are getting this. PT square is equal to 16, so PT will be equal to 4. Okay, this I wrote 8. Just very sorry for this. I can't give excuses, but things are moving in a different fashion. So since perpendicular down, now this I hope you understood. This is only, I think you must have recognized it when I was solving it at that time also, but I was going forward. So this is what we have got. Question number 7 is over. Now we go forward for question number 8. Okay, so question number 8, when we see question number 8 is again very important. Of course, now everything is going to be important. Quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. See my dear student, there is actually question number 8 and one more question, this 11th one. 8 and 11 actually go in the same fashion. They are going in the same fashion and you have to be careful regarding them. See here, what is happening over here. I have that anything circle. This I have got. Just adjust with this, my dear students. This is all I can do. Now here this is the circle they are telling, and then they are drawing any quadrilateral. They are drawing any quadrilateral over here. It can be any quadrilateral, but just with the help of tangents they are drawing this quadrilateral. That is the only difference. Okay. And this is somewhere away. And then again we have a tangent over here. Something of this sort they are asking us. Okay. Something of this sort, and then they are telling this is AB, C, D, this is P, Q, R, S. Now here they are telling a quadrilateral ABCD, this is the quadrilateral ABCD, drawn to circumscribe a circle, okay, that is touching a circle at PQRS. To prove, now here, to prove AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. This we have to prove. Here what we have to do, my dear students, you have to be very careful regarding one thing. See, when I start from here, usually AP will be equal to AS, because since tangents drawn from same exterior point are congruent. Now we have to be careful in what sense. AP will be equal to AS. See, AP will be equal to AS. AP will be congruent to AS. Now here we will start like this only. BP will be congruent to BQ. BP will be congruent to BQ. Now for CQ what we should do, see how you did over here. AP and BP you brought together. For here CR and DR should come together. CR is congruent to CQ. So I will write over here CR is congruent to CQ, and here also DR is congruent to DS. Try to understand this DS. Sequence. AP congruent to AS, and now P should combine DP, BP congruent to BQ. But now CR should go opposite, CR congruent to CQ, and here because it wants to match with DR. Adding equations 1, 2, 3, 4. I will add this AP plus BP plus CR plus DR will be equal to AS plus BQ plus CQ plus DS. Out of this AP plus BP, these are aligned properly, no problem. AP plus BP, CR plus DR, they are also aligned, they are also collinear points. AS plus BQ, AS plus BQ are not, AS plus CQ also are not, DS yes, AS plus DS should come together, and BQ plus CQ are already together. Therefore AP plus BP, what is that? AP plus BP is AB. This is your fifth point. Then CR plus DR, DC, AS plus DS, AD, BQ plus DC. For here A dash, P dash, B, then here we will have C dash R dash D, A dash S dash D, B dash Q dash C. From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instead of AP plus BP, I'll write AB. CR plus DR, I'll write DC. Like this will be. This is what it is. In this case, it was a quadrilateral. That's why we got it in this fashion. I hope the same fashion and the same question you will have to follow with question number 11. I am just solving first question number 11 because prove that a parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. It is the same question, but actually what happens over here, the only difference is that this is a circle and then what happens now here, what I will have to draw, I will have to draw a parallelogram. Okay, fine. Then I start it from here again. Something of this sort. Now if I go to join them, it will be joining like this. So this will become, I will purposely label it in the same fashion. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. This will be P, Q, R. I am sorry dear students. I know this noise will be a nuisance for you all people. But I really can't go over there. Sorry. Lots of sorry. See here, loads of sorry. So here what happens, I have to prove that this is a rhombus. Quadrilateral ABCD. Basically it is given quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram. This is given and you have to prove see here you will do the same things. Here you will tell the same thing again. Since tangents drawn from same exterior point are, some stupidity is going on here. Congruent. Now I will do the same thing over here. AP will be congruent to AS, similar fashion. BP will be congruent to BQ. Now CR will be congruent to CQ and DR will be congruent to DS. Adding 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now again we will do the same thing over here. Again we will do the same thing over here. Let us take them together. AP and BP are already together. CR and DR also are together. But AS and DS we will have to bring them together. and BQ, CQ are already together. So what will we get over here? AP plus BP is equal to AB, because we know A dash, P dash, B, and this is going to be 5. CR plus DR is equal to CD, because we know this is D dash, R dash, C. Then AS plus DS is going to be equal to AD, because we know A dash, S dash, D. Then plus CQ is equal to BC, because we know B dash, Q dash, C. Now this should have been 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we get is, instead of AB plus BB, I'll write AB plus CD will be equal to, here I'll write AD plus BC. This I'll get. But then if I pay attention again, because it is a parallelogram, AB plus CD, AB and CD are congruent because it is a parallelogram. Since opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent, AB is equal to CD and AD will be equal to BC. Therefore, AB plus AB is equal to AD plus AD. Therefore, 2AB. Are you getting this? Instead of CD, I am writing AB plus AB, AD plus BC. I will write AD plus AD. I can write CD plus CD, BC plus BC, anything I can write. 2AD. Therefore, AB is equal to 2AD upon 2. Therefore, AB is equal to AD. So now we have got that AB is equal to AD. That means adjacent sides are congruent. Therefore, quadrilateral parallelogram ABCD has adjacent sides congruent. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, let me see how many we have finished. So 9, 10, 12, 13. 4 will be remaining. So this we will do later, my dear students. I think there is some serious problem. That's why I am getting so many calls. I wanted to finish one more question actually, but now I think I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, my dear students, to revise these questions properly, make it soon, because circle is a really very important question, and then be prepared for your exams. It is very important now. We have to change our gears because exams are coming closer and we have to prepare harder. Thank you, my dear students. Love you all. Stay home, stay happy, most important. And now challenge. Bye, my dear students. Love you all.